Okay, now. Is this thing on?
What do you want to talk about?
You.
What do we talk about?
Yeah, what did we talk about?
Come
Well,
on, Justin.
I just ate a homemade steak taco salad that I made myself.
And he didn't share, I'll have you know.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
delicious. I will make you one.
Thank you. Oh, would you please? Christina and I would like one.
It's gonna blow your top off, lady.
Okay, well, we're waiting.
Who is Diane Ahmed Ali?
It's not here. These are questions people brought in, you goof.
I'll answer it. All right. If our loved ones are reincarnated before we die, can they smell us across crossover? Can they still meet us? Yes, they can. What happens is interdimensional beings, what they do is they mesh. Like mesh shirts, they mesh. And then what happens is you can meet up again. Next question.
I like him. He's to the point and done. Next question, please.
How do we learn what we place in our soul contracts before incarnating here? Well, here's the thing. You should already know because you did it. You'll feel it as it comes up.
He must be listening to me.
Yeah, I listen to you. You were already there and you did it. So as it comes up, you'll know it. Next question.
I think he should take over this live feed.
How do you? Yay, can't wait. Not a question.
Next.
Can our soul contracts change based on the choices we make on our journey here? Of course. Next question. Can we help raise others' vibration? Or is that all of them? Next question.
Oh my God, Justin.
How did galactics learn who they were if they have no recollection of that lifetime?
Oh my God.
Hey,
My pants.
galactics know what they know when they know it. That's all you, that's it. Period. Next question.
Christina, I want him now. I
know.
Done.
What are the best ways to raise our own vibration to be the best possible version of ourselves? What you have to do is get out there. You have to live through the suck. And what that means is if you're comfortable, that's terrible. You have to work through the suck. If it sucks, you're probably doing it right. Next question. Did I say ceramics? Oh, that was, go down one. What is that word?
Karmatic.
No, it says karmic.
Or, I don't have my glasses. Karmic.
Is
Cleansing.
karmic cleansing thing? First of all, don't know what that is. Karmic.
It should
K
say
or-
karmatic cleansing.
Oh, all right. Well, somebody needs to learn how to type.
Oh God, Justin. He's so blunt.
Can one have too many crystal buddies? You can never have enough crystal buddies.
They're all over our house.
Next question.
Oh my God, I just love it.
There's 400 crystals in our house. We have to vacuum around them. The cleaning lady charges us extra.
Do you want to find some other ones down here?
There's so many.
Yeah, look.
I can go through all these. I have free time.
Wait, let's find some Melissa Reams. There you go, Melissa Reams.
Melissa Ream.
Hi, Melissa.
We love Melissa.
Hello, Melissa. Can you see real far into the past or future? I can see real far into the present, and that question is ridiculous.
For me.
I think it was for me. Because I can see real far into the present. Who's aura? Can non-gifted people see aura too?
Yes.
Auras. Auras. Oh, so it's not possessive, so there shouldn't be an apostrophe there?
Don't pick on Melissa.
Sorry, Melissa. God-given gift. Does every soul have some kind of God-given gift? Yes. Next question. We like learning about you. Heart. Okay. If humans lived better, happier, healthier lives, could we extend our lifespans to longer than 150 years or so? Not yet, but I would say within the next 50 years, yes. Medical advancements are on their way, and they jump. Every year, it seems like they jump 10 years. It's amazing. I read about this a lot. And I also watch the Joe Rogan podcast. He has some pretty intellectual people on there that talk about this stuff. I highly suggest that you do actually listen to Joe Rogan's podcast because it's pretty cool. Elon Musk was on there the other day. Great stuff.
You had him living here with you all the time.
I should put on with the live feeds with me.
How can I lift this veil? Is there more I should be doing or learning to get further along? Yes.
Just yes, Melissa.
If you want to know what it is that you need to be doing, you need to look into yourself. Can we renegotiate our soul contract? Yes. Yes, you can. You can do it by
Yes.
get that water bottle out of here. You can renegotiate your soul contract by being better and nicer to people every single day. Next question.
I like that answer. That was very good.
No shit. People have to.
We will talk later.
I'm in trouble.
Yes.
Why do people have to die if they don't? Why do people have to die if they don't want to? Hey, Tammy Webb.
Oh God. Be nice.
Everybody has to die.
From here, there's other rooms that you don't have to.
Sorry, somebody chimed in. Amanda Brandle. Spotify have had a physical life with your spirit guides. Can you have the same guide forever? Apparently, you cannot have the same guide forever. And Amanda Brandle, you would like to have a physical life with anyone. I love you also. I can't wait till you come visit again. Jody Sheets. When we pass, is there
Guys, making
only
me
a
sweat.
short time?
I wonder why.
When we pass, is
I'm
there
so
only
afraid
a
what's
short
gonna come out of
time
his
that we
mouth.
can decide to come back to our bodies and keep living? I don't know. I'm going to have to refer to my colleague, Miss Watts. Not sure about that one. Go ahead, answer, honey.
When we pass, is there only a short time that we can decide to come back in our body? Yes. As the sole contract that decides that. Yes, as well.
It has been voted yes. Is my boyfriend cheating on me?
Oh, God.
Or is he just, if you have to ask that question, bye. If you even have to think about that, bye. Curb, kick, go. Who's next? Who's next? How do I do this? I don't know how to do. Oh, okay, that one. Megan McDonald. Who built Stonehenge in England? And has God have different versions of humans in every 5,000 years? I got one for this. God was too busy to build Stonehenge. He was very busy during that 500 years when they built it. Scientists from way back when, I would have to research the exact year. I do know it, but I can't. It's not coming to my mind right now. That was to track the stars. That's real, Yvonowitz. That's real. I look it up on your cellular device.
I will do that.
And does God have different versions of humans every 5,000 years? Yeah, they get taller. Yeah.
See, I think they get shorter.
No, they don't get shorter. They get taller. Jesus, when he lived
He was short.
2,000 years ago, he was about 5 foot.
He was very short.
The Egyptians might have reached 5 foot 2,000 years before that. Like, there's a constant cycle. Yeah, it's a constant cycle. We've been around.
We
All
get
right,
around.
Michelle Clark. Natural disasters. Why so many right now? Especially what is going on in Northern California and the wildfires. And especially with all this stupid rain in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. I had to take an extra 45 minutes to get onto a road I could see from work. Why so many right now? Because stuff sucks. Debbie Gillard. Is the world ready to hear who the two witnesses are on each side of the lamp yet? I don't even know what that means. My lamp? Your lamp? Whose lamp? Okay, Rebecca Gann. Can we ask personal questions? Of course you can. Do you see my life changing for the better with health and finances? Yes, I do. I know this sounds crazy, but I keep feeling a huge amount of money is on its way to me. I hope it is. What you need to do is work some overtime, pick up a second job. You could do dog walking. You could, I know it's a little late in the season, but you could do some grass cutting and weed eating. I will always pay you $10 to pick up all the dog poop in my yard every time. Twice a week. That's $20 right there. There you go. All right. Carmen Gonzalez. Christina. Tell me what's going on with me. Sometimes I don't want to live. That sounds like something for Christina.
Don't you believe?
What? That's definitely for you. Sometimes I don't want to live.
He's done.
Hey, where are you going?
He's not going
You were
anywhere.
doing so great.
It's your turn now. For that question, anyway.
I don't see any more below that. It's your name.
Okay. That is the man of my dreams. To the point. Good God. Honey, how'd you like doing that?
And thank you for the compliment.
You're welcome, Justin.
Wait, what?
What?
What was the
Did you say
compliment?
I
something?
said, how did you like answering questions?
I loved it.
He loved it. He said he could
I
do
could
that
do it
all
all day.
Yeah, he said he could do that all day.
All right, well, I guess we'll have you come on every Tuesday at 7:30.
I would like this. Good answer.
Okay, honey. Oh my God.
Now you have to redo all of
I have to read you all the answers, obviously. Oh my God, that man.
Oh my gosh. He was just so
Good God.
awesome.
Oh my God.
He didn't care.
I know, he's just very blunt.
Yeah, very straightforward. No hesitation.
Justin is our guru. He is a riot. Yes, he is. John, hey, Justin.
What?
You have a request.
A what?
A request. I'm trying to
What's
find.
the request?
John Douche wants you to answer his question.
John Douche?
Uh-huh.
That's not his real name.
Yes, it is. I'm trying to find it, though. I can't
Peter's
find
out. I
it.
gotta be out there with him.
Oh, come on.
Find his
John,
question. I'll be back.
John, what's your question? Because I can't find it. It's not on here. I don't see it. All you hear is, did you poop? Because Vader's going to answer him. Good God. I can't find it. It's not on here. Oh, Ducci. Ducci. Okay, that's my bad. Sharon, you could say that. I'm pretty tired today. You could probably tell I'm pretty tired. It's John Ducci. I got it wrong. Okay. Are my spirit guides always with me? He's asking you.
He's asking me.
He's asking you.
They don't have anywhere else to be. Yeah, they're with you all the time.
I think you're doing
They might frolic off for a little while and go check some, little hottie out somewhere. But they come back. They're back in like a minute. Next question.
Can people work with other people's spirit guides?
Well, I've worked more than one job at a time, so I'm sure they can.
All right. What's actually happening with people who have multiple personalities? Can you speak about them?
Oh, I can speak all day about them.
God, here we go.
Speak.
What do you want to know?
Okay, wait. Is there more than one soul in their body or something else?
No, they have just some mixed up wiring in their brain, and they have one soul, but multiple personalities of the same soul.
What did you call that? Past lives?
Nope. All this life. Next question.
You're such a goof. All right. How about I survived stage 4 cancer, although I was very sick. I went to the hospital and they caught it 1 week before it was too late to do anything. Was I given a second chance? Or is that written in one's soul contract?
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Is reading oracle cards, pendulums, divination tools something everyone can use, or is it given a given ability?
You
Do you
read
think every-
at a 4th grade level. Today, Junior.
I can't. I don't have my glasses on.
Those aren't hers. Put your
I'm
glasses
squinting.
on. Put them on.
Now what, son?
Oh, I like this one.
Oh God.
Kimberly Turnbaugh. Do our guides ever look at us and laugh or facepalm when we do something silly or stupid? Like we would do with a close friend? Absolutely. And they give us a stronger message not to do it. I think so. I think there's something to say about light bullying from your friends. Like if you get the face palm or they make fun of you.
Like you just did with my reading
I
skills.
I think they guide you back onto the road you need to be on.
Do you guide me back on my road?
Well, I try not to, because I want you to take your own road. But yeah, if you do something ridiculous, I tell you about it, and then you don't do that thing again. Or if you do, you already know it's coming. Like, you did it again? What? That it?
I love you
I love you
so
too.
much.
Nobody wants to hear you kissing me.
Yes, they do.
Tell us how we can contract the... What? XO to you too, Cheryl. Earhart. Christina 1.0. Can you talk to us a little about the Venus retrograde that will be happening and what can we expect? You can expect nothing. What that is a solar system doing its thing. Just let it go. Go outside at night, take a good look, picture it with your iPhone or whatever, but expect nothing. Next question.
God.
Do you see our president getting reelected in 2020, and will the negativity ever ease up? The negativity will never ease up. It'll only get worse.
Mm-hmm.
I won't tell my personal feelings on the guy, but
That's a yes.
my colleague is saying he will get reelected in 2020. Reason being,
He's anointed.
No. Reason being is that all the super lefts that hate him and are having what you would call a rally against him will be sleeping too late to go vote. Mic drop. Next.
I think we're good. Thought you just mic dropped. You don't have a
I
mic.
picked it back up
All right.
with my butt cheeks.
Oh, God.
I thought there was a gnat on there.
No, it's my mousey. I always think that's a bug too. Okay, how about that one from
Okay.
Melissa Ream?
Melissa Ream, first question for tonight is, you asked a question already.
It's her first question. We roll.
Oh, you
Excuse
want
me, we
back
scroll
up?
down here.
All right, first
What about
question.
Amanda Brando?
Oh, let me get to
He loves
Melissa
Amanda
first.
Brando. You know, Melissa and Amanda Brando are talking. Not like that, but they're talking. They're like besties, almost. Sort of.
Do not get vaccinations for everything. That's it. Does swearing at games on your phone lower your vibration? Swearing at, like, NFL games? Swear all you want, bro. Oh, that's a girl.
Oh, God.
Donna, swear all you want. Does not lower your vibration.
Susan wants to know
No
how...
one cares.
Susan wants to know how we met.
What do you point? Oh, Susan. Oh,
Susan wants to know how we met.
at an orgy.
God. How'd we meet? I did this to you. I was healing him.
We met when we were very young. And then I stole her from her boyfriend. When we were on a double date.
Honey, you stole me when we were little. You didn't steal me that night. You already had me. You big goof. What about that one?
Amanda Brandel. Tragic situation like 9/11. What does it happen?
Why does?
Oh, why? Why does it happen? What are we supposed to learn from it? You are supposed to learn, Amanda Brandel.
Amanda Preston, yes.
Amanda Brandel, you're supposed to learn to never go into tall buildings when Al Qaeda is coming after you.
Oh my God.
And what else should you learn? Amanda Brandel, you should learn a lot of things. Why are there so many religious wars going on in the world? Religious wars have been going on since the beginning of time. They're all made up, and the basis is guys have too much testosterone, don't know what to do with it, so they fight each other. Next question.
Oh my God.
We still have the allies. Nobody wants to get their fingers dirty, though. So that's why Melissa Ream, the UK, only supported us. I don't think they were the only ones to support us. I think there was a lot more, but
Honey. Honey. Honey.
but it goes back to what I just said. Yes,
Pick a card, any card.
this one.
Really? You have to pick the
I
one
want
on top.
that one.
Why do you always pick the one on top?
You told pick any card.
Okay.
Right?
Pick
That's
any
right.
any card except the ones on top and the bottom.
I'm trying to answer questions.
You can't bother him with that. He
And
really
the
is in
third
this question.
building in the
I
World
think-
Trade
I think
Center
you might need
fall
this.
to. How did that happen?
Just
Just put it out there,
put
Justin.
it in your bra. Or your
It's in my taint.
Oh God.
Can you give me any details on Flight 93? Yeah, I can give you some details.
God.
I know all the details.
Amanda Preston said, so you didn't go to church with Christina Justin, LOL. You're just talking about the religion.
It's cold on my belly button. Details on Flight 93.
Honey, how excited is this?
I'm very excited. Because magazine killed the radio star. I knew someone on a flight that only sat at tables in favorite Chili's restaurant.
Oh my goodness.
What the guys did on Flight 93 were very heroic. It's a shame what happened. And yes, just leave it at that. The families have been through enough pain. Live it up.
Yes, sir.
I can't read anymore.
Ay, ay, ay. So snippy.
I know. My gosh. He's into this.
Well, you know, people are listening and you're just sitting there flipping cards,
Listen here, mister.
trying to... Dana Hawkins. Who's... Why when I dream of my daughter can I never see her face? Oh, I do that all the time. I dream of people all the time and they're... Yeah, that's weird.
Do you want me to tell you why?
You can tell everyone why. Everyone's listening.
There's something you can't face with that person. That's why their face is always blocked out. You're hiding something or you're feeling regretful about something.
Do you hear that, Dana?
What we should have did was you should have gave your version of what your answer is and I should have gave mine.
I don't know if I have a version of that answer. I mean, I've been doing it since I was 0, and I'm 42, and I still don't know.
Can you think of somebody you did that with?
Everybody,
Okay.
all people.
And do you feel...
I always see your face, though, when you're in dreams.
It's because you don't feel guilty around me or ashamed or afraid of something. Because you love me. Mwah.
That's why.
I have to start 5 minutes.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you, honey.
Okay, the dog's upstairs.
All right, baby. You're a riot. I love you. I see you in like an hour.
I'll be here.
Okay, baby.
Stuff to do.
Good God. Okay, so it's Justin Way. My hubby bubby. Oh God, completely hilarious. I feel like my light is like dying. This isn't good, Ivani. Yeah, it's dying. Not even worth even having on. Do we have any of these? Justin!
Yeah.
Do we have these batteries at all, honey?
Double A.
I need 2.
2 double A's.
Barbara, you guys can ask questions after the radio show. I'm going to be answering questions. There's a lot here, so if we don't answer it tonight, we're going to answer it next Tuesday because there is a lot of questions. It's a lot. Yiker dikers. That's a lot of stuff.
He's coming.
They don't have my batteries. Just kidding.
He's got one.
I was sitting here thinking, like, where do guys keep their crystals?
Home.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Pockets. Thank you,
Thank
baby.
you.
Wait, no, those are wrong. Justin, and you know
Wait a
it.
minute.
No way.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was my bad.
Oh, he left like he
Triple
knew
A.
he was giving me the wrong ones.
No, he went off of what I said. Sorry.
Ivani, can you hand me that, like, really dark brown, small, skinny purse? And yes, the fan fell. I noticed that. Thanks. Shankies. Shankaroos. Oh my gosh! There it is.
There it is. Well, you can't fit that in the bottom, so.
I was trying to find my shungite and I couldn't find it, and there it was.
Yes, thank you.
Well,
Who's getting a phone call from
God. What? Who? He cracks me up.
I just love it.
It's just every day. It's like non-stop his goofiness.
Yeah, he's like that every day. There's no day that he's
I
not.
love God. I don't even know what I said. He goes, no. Like, listen here. Whose show is this, mister?
Well, it was his show for the time being.
I know. I love it. Anything to bring people laughter. I love it.
Yep.
Yay! You
And
can
then there was
see
light.
me. All right, I just need to make sure we're not getting overheated. So let me unplug this. We are getting overheated. I can feel it. Sorry, guys. Let me. How do I do this without? Okay, there we go. I think it gets overheated because it's plugged into the computer.
Yeah, because it doesn't overheat any other time.
We are gonna plug this in actually. There we go. Yeah, Melissa, I do too. He's just straight military kind of guy. That's my Justin. There he is.
Hello, hello, hello. How do you like my color bar?
It's very festive.
I know. That sounded ridiculous. Hold on a second here. Let me send you this, hopefully, by pushing this button here. Let's see. Now you see a picture of Fiona. Hold on. Let's push that right there. Are you ready for a rockin' show?
Yes.
All right. Let me see here. Let me pull you up in the... Where is it? Where is caller number 1? I need caller. No, host. There we go. Host Skype. And there's live. And there she is. Awesome. Oh, my gosh. All right. Now, we need to tilt the camera up just a little bit or shorten your seat down just a little bit so we can have some room at the top of the screen.
Is that good?
And I think so. Let me see. Let me drag you around. Did you have a good week? You know that's step 1 to a good show.
I did.
All right. All right. I love hearing that. Now you look great. All right. Let's do a rockin' show. I will push this. And you can tell this is the first show of the week, so I'm all pumped up and ready to rock. I'm going to... Are we taking calls? Do you want to take calls?
I was going to, but I'm not doing readings. I'm doing questions, like if they want to ask me things about heaven, Jesus, anything like that.
Yes, but all of our calls are going to be for readings. We're,
Yeah.
we've taught our audience. That's how we're... But okay, well, then do you
But
just
other
wanna
than
chat
that,
it
I
out
have
or
a,
figure
I
it out
have
on your end?
a, I have a ton of questions. Like there's got to be at least 100 on my end.
That makes it so easy.
Yeah.
Well, good deal. Well, let me push this button right here. You'll know what to do when you hear this audio end.
Yep.
Wait a second. I don't hear anything.
It's just like Justin.
How about that right
You're
there?
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for the Divine Medium with Christina Watts. Live from the DivineMedium.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page. Facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Our website, AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.
Call 1-800-CHRISTY Rocks. Get ready. You are live now.
Hi, welcome to Spirit Talk Live with the Divine Medium, everyone. Today we are going to pay homage and honor to all the 9/11 victims. I've had a lot of questions on my Facebook page, the Divine Medium on Facebook, and questions on my personal page about just wanting to discuss 9/11, kind of what happened with all of that. One of our first questions comes from Mona Comptonson. Can you talk about the souls that entered heaven in a mass exit from earth on that day? And Amanda Squirrels loved the question. So to answer that, what happens is we have souls that have contracts that are linked. And usually when they're linked, they leave all in one time. These souls specifically have come to earth to leave in a mass leaving, and they all enter heaven all at once. This happens a lot with mass shootings, 9/11, just things in general that Earth needs to learn from. These big events, Earth needs to learn from. It's very important for souls to learn from them. And what we saw with 9/11 especially was coming together in America. And I mean, there was things like, I think I heard a story one time where a lady dropped her purse and this guy followed her for 5 blocks to hand it to her. It really opened the hearts of not only the New Yorkers, but all of America. It really opened everyone's heart to kind of help and join together in this tragedy. And that was the whole point of it. When you have a tragedy, it breaks open the heart to allow love back in. Okay, our next question is, if our loved ones are reincarnated before we die, can they still meet us once we cross over? Yes, this is very important to understand that no matter what your loved one is doing, you're going to be reunited. I hear this so many times that people are so worried that their loved one isn't going to be there, or their loved one isn't going to remember them, and that is very, very not true. Your loved one is going to recognize your soul, not your physical, and they're going to remember not only this life with you in this life, but all the past lives you had with them. I get worried about people that think that, their loved one isn't around, or they're not going to see their loved one when they pass. It's so not true. God would not do that to you, okay? You're going to remember every single person that was in this life and all the other lives. So don't worry about if your loved one is going to see you, or if they're around. If they're around, you're going to notice. They're going to show you signs. And the second you get a sign, and that person pops in your mind, that's the person, that's the soul that's showing you that sign, okay? Our next question, let's see. How do we learn what we placed in our soul contracts before reincarnating here? You're basically doing it, Lauren. You're living out your soul contract. There's no reason to kind of tap in or do anything like that, because your soul contract has everything that you wanted to learn. So based off your daily decisions, you're already learning it. You're already walking it. And the reason you're not really technically supposed to be tapping in into that soul contract is because you're almost kind of altering what you're supposed to be learning. Now, when I do my spirit guide sessions, which are called the Spirit Guide Communications on the website, thedivinemedium.com, these are strictly getting you answers that you need right now in your life. Maybe there's something you're going through. Maybe there's some trauma that you're trying to get over. I can tap in and talk to your guides and get to understand your soul contract as it's playing out now. Anything further than that is almost actually taking away your free will. You don't want to be going and messing with that. Now, I got the question before, how does Akashic records and soul contracts differ? Your Akashic records are the lives you played out already. Your soul contract is the life you are doing currently, okay? Once that life is over, it goes into your book of knowledge, your book of life, and that's the Akashic records. That's the library of all the lives that took place here. Can our soul contracts change based off the choices we make on our journey? The soul contract, it has nothing to do with changing the soul contract. However, the soul contract can be altered. So let's say, for example, you go through a breakup and you're really having a hard time with this breakup. You can't get over it. You're just struggling. You're crying all the time. Your guides will go to the councils of the elders in heaven and ask them, listen, our charge, our soul that we're in charge of is really having a hard time, really struggling. It's not in her soul construct to commit suicide, and is it okay if we help her along? And they'll go through all the different soul contracts, because when you change something in your soul contract, it actually causes the domino effect with every soul contract around it. So they have to be very precise, very careful as to what changes they will bring to the soul contract. So they most of the time they can, if they see that it won't cause anybody else problems, they'll adjust, and then that's when it happens. Let's say, for example, you're very depressed, maybe you're suicidal, and for 3 days, okay? And on that last day, maybe for 3 hours, you're bawling, you're having a hard time. After 3 hours, all of a sudden, it just seems like everything went away. Like, wow, I feel better. That's when the soul contract choice that your spirit guides did for you took effect. It hit you right at that moment, and they fixed everything so you wouldn't be suffering. If they don't feel you need to suffer, they're not going to put it, if they feel you're not going to learn from that suffering, they're not going to put you through it, okay? They're going to do everything they can to pull you out of it. Okay, let's see. How do galactics learn who they were if they have no recollection of that lifetime? All galactics know their lifetimes. Here's what I see with some of these questions is you guys tend to put energy into a little box or a bottle, okay? And you don't want to do that. Energy can be everywhere. You're just energy, and you have on a costume. You have to have this costume to live here on Earth. It has to breathe its air, eat its food, sleep, all these things. And what you need to understand is once you're out of this body, you're free. You can do whatever you want. You can have multiple lives going on. And lately, actually, I've been, and I know it's another part of my soul tapping in, but I'll be like maybe doing my makeup. I was doing my makeup today, and I felt like I was hearing like the wind and the crickets outside, like because it was getting like to be dawn time, and I felt like this sense of like it was a different emotion I was kind of going through, and it was like a familiarity, like I remember it, but I'm not remembering the life it came from. And I felt at that very second like there was another part of me tapping in to where I was, and I was feeling the energy from that life. I just did it before I started, when I was upstairs doing my makeup, and I was like, that is not the first time that's happened. I've been feeling it like the last 4 days. I'll just be in my bathroom, or maybe I'll be upstairs, working, and all of a sudden I get this like calming familiarity effect from another life. And I know it's another life because I haven't felt it here.
Right.
And I can't explain it other than that. And our souls can do that. However, it's I don't want to say frowned upon, but you technically don't want to go tapping into other lives. But it seems like parts of my other lives that are playing out are tapping into my life here for some reason. It's like they're pulling at me. Yeah.
Right.
And I think it's because the veil is thinning, and this is being able to happen now. Yeah.
Right.
Like somebody had asked me about that post I posted about that lion. The lion jumped up and was like hugging the people and just wanted to rub up on the people. And somebody said, is this due to the veil thinning? And I'm like, yes, this is exactly it. They're feeling energy different, and they're not taking it as anger. They're taking it as love instead.
Right.
Can one have too many crystal buddies? Well, no, I can't even lift that.
No, don't even try.
Justin had said earlier we have to sweep around the crystals. There's so many in my house. However, there's not too many crystals. You can have a lot of crystal buddies. However, you just want to be careful. You don't want to mix too many. Like I have way too many in this container, but you don't want to kind of have like this one next to this one, okay, or this one next to this one, okay. It's like having an upper and a downer. Okay, you don't want to like kind of mix those energies. I try to keep the darker ones on the other side at the end of the trail, or the, what would you call this,
Trough?
Trough, yeah. It's like a wood trough
It's
I
a
have.
wooden trough.
Okay. It's the same question. Can our loved ones see us through, even though they have crossed over? Yes. I can't remember who it was, but somebody had said, oh, here it is. It's Amina Tolan. What is that blur we see sometimes when turning that disappears when we look back? And then somebody else had asked, I keep seeing this sheer curtain out of the corner of my eye. That is the veil. I explained this on I think it was the last couple episodes on the radio show, last couple Tuesdays, that, the veil is this thin, iridescent, fabric-y, liquidy thing, and you literally can just, it felt like when I was there, by my car accident, and I was looking through the veil, it almost felt like I could go like this and pull it like it was like that glue.
Right.
Like that rubbery glue, that's what it kind of felt like. And it's iridescent, it's blurry. It is blurry. You can't really, see the other side from it. But it's thinning. And I think that's why people are seeing sparkles and shears and blurs. That's what it is. Can you simultaneously exist in different spaces at times? Yes, we just went over that. Amina Tolan. She's got great questions. She's just like Melissa Reams. Just awesome questions. Same thing with Mona. Just great questions. Okay, let me see. While riding, and this is the same thing, while riding in a car and a song comes on, is that the memory of a loved one showing that to you, like through an event? Yes. You guys have to understand that your loved ones can manipulate the radio, they can manipulate songs, they can manipulate anything that has energy to it. They can manipulate this. I'm going to go down a little bit. There's hundreds and hundreds of questions, and I can't get to all of them. Melissa Reams asks, can non-gifted people see auras too? Okay, my answer, I almost said no, but Maria's saying in some instances yes. Non-gifted people can tap in and see auras, but there's a difference between gifted and kind of getting a glimpse. It's kind of like getting a nibble of cake, but you don't get the whole cake. If you have a gift, you see it all the time. If you're non-gifted, you might get a glimpse of it here and there. Doesn't mean you actually have the gift of that. You're just being granted to see it. Melissa Ream says we like learning from you. Thank you very much. I try. Okay. Amanda asked a question up here somewhere that said somebody said great question. Okay, tragic situation like 9/11, why does it happen? What are we supposed to learn from it? Okay, I guess we just went over that, so I don't really have to go through that again. Why are there so many religious wars going on in the world? Will that always be man's divide? For right now, yes. The problem is they take this book, and this book was made for love and learning. And they take this book and they turned it into hatred and judgment and pity and just petty rudeness, petty meanness. And they changed it. And the book is about love, and they take it and they use it for judgment. And what you basically need to do is pray on those souls, because they're not getting it. They're not waking up. Okay, Melissa Reams has a ton of questions. Let's go down and look at Linda Palmer. Again, I think tonight was mainly about tapping into multiple areas. Her question was, can we be living more than one life experience at the same time in a different dimension? Very much, Linda. That's what I was just explaining. Okay. Megan McDonald, great question. Who built Stonehenge in England? And has God, I'm guessing she's saying, why has God have different versions of humans every 5 years, like Earth is in a constant cycle? Okay, Earth is in a constant cycle because it's grows and learns, and I think I saw that question earlier today, and I was kind of reviewing it with Maria, my guide, and I had said to her, she was kind of talking to me about, God is still learning. If you think that God isn't still learning and he's just sitting there and he's bored, he's not bored. He's not going to keep himself bored. He's going to keep himself learning like we do. So with each cycle, humans are getting better. Aliens are getting better. We are them, they are us. And who built Stonehenge in England? Basically what I'm getting is they weren't from Earth, they weren't human. The biggest thing right now, guys, is you have actual alien here. I am one of these hybrids, and we're here to help you guys. We're here to adjust the energy here so that you guys. Basically, what's going on is we need to see that you guys are ready. Are you ready to get to the next level? Are you ready? Get ready. Because it's coming. The veil is thinning. And obviously you guys are noticing the weather. You guys are noticing animals are being more loving and just different. Some animals are becoming more extinct. Those are the animals that don't want to be here for this. There's a lot of people just suddenly passing. Like I just talked to you about it.
Yes.
I just had 4 people, I think it was last year or the year before, just all of them died at one time. They aren't meant to be here. They are leaving so they don't have to go through this next phase. And I bravo to them if they want to go, if they can't handle it, at least they're owning up to it and saying, I'm not ready for this. I'm not the type of soul that can handle this right now. Okay. Michelle, like we were just talking, she said the natural disasters, why so many right now, especially what is going on in North Carolina with all the wildfires. Michelle, I don't watch the news. I intentionally don't watch the news because if I have somebody coming in for a reading, I can't be tainted in any way. So I really don't know what's going on in Northern California. But I did have somebody contact me and say that, do you remember when we were heading to Florida? I did that live feed about Myrtle Beach, about it being submerged underwater.
Right.
Somebody said, I believe that prediction is happening now, Christina, and I hope that it isn't. And I have no control over the prophecies that I get. I get them because I'm warning you at this time, or what I'm getting, please watch where you're going. Please keep yourself safe. And that was probably the main reason why. Okay, prime example, 9/11. I told you guys, these things happen in mass passings, mass leavings. Okay, these are mass contracts and they're mass leaving at one time. Now, do you guys kind of find it funny that, let's say, for example, we have somebody on TV and they're sitting there going, I was supposed to go that morning and I couldn't find my keys and I was late, and when I showed up, all this stuff was going on because it wasn't in their contract to leave with the rest of them. Okay, so they were kept away from the buildings. Do you see? So the mass leaving was only for a certain amount of people, and those certain amount of souls were meant to hold on. Those certain amount of souls were meant to not be part of that, and then the other ones were. Okay, so let me kind of go back. Okay, Tammy Webb has a great question. I get this a lot. Why would our loved ones not show a sign when we call on them? Tammy, if they feel, let's just say, for example, you have a soul, okay? And, okay, say, for example, this is their energy. Okay, so this is the soul and this is the energy that they're pushing out, okay? Now, you might have souls that push their energy out like this, real big, okay? And there's all kinds of stuff happening. Things are knocking down. You feel touched. you see a shadow of the corner of your eye. All this activity is happening. Whereas, let's say, for example, I have somebody that says, well, I get all these signs. Why do I get all these signs and my sister doesn't? Because that soul may be going through a harder time with that death. So Tammy, if you have somebody specific you're trying to call upon, they might be showing themselves, but you aren't, either you're not aware or they're not pushing it out as much as you're expecting them to. What I usually tell people is, don't force the issue. Just relax. Just let them come to you. Accept that they crossed and just be calm with it, okay? And once you do that, you're gonna start to see the energy push out more. When you want it too much, they hold it back because they're almost kind of like teaching you to have patience and to believe and, have that strong belief system. I had a lady that I was helping for like 3 months with her mother, and she just wanted to see her mom. She wanted to see her mom. And I worked with her. We used the pendulum. We talked. We did all this stuff. And she just one day just was okay with her mom being there. She was accepting it. She was letting go. And she called me frantic and was like, I need to talk to you. And I called her back. I said, what's going on? She said, I was just doing dishes and my mom was standing in the kitchen in her wedding gown. I didn't recognize her at first. Do you see? If you just let it go, relax your energy, because spirit can't really form around tense stress, okay? But if you notice, do you ever just sit back and watch TV and all of a sudden you see something out of your corner of your eye? Because the more restful you are, and this is why a lot of things happen at night, because you're at rest and you're relaxed, your soul's relaxed, and you're raising your vibration to their level. This is why you're being allowed to see all these things. If you relax, you raise your vibration and you allow it to come in. So just relax and let it happen. Can we, and this is from Tammy Webb again, can we renegotiate our soul contracts? I wouldn't say renegotiate, but you can, again, it goes back to if you're having a hard time, your spirit guides can ask for a favor upon the elders in heaven. But I mean, if you're having a hard time, which is what I'm kind of feeling from you, Tammy, you're kind of just going through the motions of having a hard time. You can change that energy. You can really tap in and ascend that energy. Use crystals. Do sea salt soaks. Journal. I tell people all the time, I am tired, Cindy. But if you guys really having a hard time with somebody that passed, you guys journal. When my son passed, that's what I did. I talked to him through journaling. And I just one day just accepted that I'm not going to bring him back. I have this ability. I can tap in. However, it is self-gaining if I try to tap in like I would for somebody else. So I just said to myself, well, if he comes around, he comes around. And I was on the phone with the funeral director, and I look up and he's sitting on the couch kicking his feet back and forth. I was like, wow. The more I got it out of my system by journaling and things like this, it actually really, really helped. So, and what I mean by journaling, I mean journal to your loved one. Talk to them as if they're in the room, which they are, because as you're writing, you're actually talking through your mind, and they're hearing every thought that pops in your head. Every single thought that pops in your head, your loved ones can hear you. Real quick, I want to give you guys a way to find us or find me. thedivinemedium.com is one way. If you're looking for crystals, sages, things like this to help your life, it's crystalcovespa.com. Everything in the shop. If there's something on the website you can't find, I will do everything in my power to get it for you. Everything is hand-picked by myself. I do not ship in unless I know the distributor, so I do know where the crystals come from, and every crystal we get in the shop is infused with healing. And it's my own kind of healing. I heal through Jesus and how he had taught me at that time. So another way to get a hold of us is on Facebook. We are actually doing the radio show right now live on Facebook under The Divine Medium. and Christina K. Watt, C-A-Y, is the personal page. Do a lot of things on personal page. I do want to announce real quick that I will be writing now for the Therapeutic Times magazine. Go out and get your newest edition that they have out right now. And I was approached today and will be doing articles for them. So I'm pretty excited about that. Just another step in the mission of the Divine Medium. So go out and grab your latest edition. They really have some great things in here. Crystals and just herbs and recipes. Just really great things to keep you healthy. So that is it for tonight, guys. Just keep pushing forward. Learn as much as you can here. You only have this one lifetime until you go to the next. So if you are not happy with something, change it, change it, change it. You cannot change others, but you can change yourself. So keep pushing through your life. You can do it. You're not alone. You have a whole team unseen behind you, helping you push through. You have got this. You have got this. You are not alone. All of us are right behind you. If you guys need anything, call the shop, 814-254-4523. And I will see you guys later. Uh-oh, I don't know what that is.
We had 30 seconds, so I could only go 45 seconds.
That's fine, you're good.
Anyway, we pulled it off. It was an awesome show. It was obvious you had a good week to lead up to this. That was a very touching story there at the end.
Thank you.
Lots of love. I tell you what, that was a great show. Let's just leave it there as we rock and roll. That was very touching about your son.
Thank you.
I love stories like that. Anyway, talk to you soon. Have a great week. We'll do it again in 7 days.
Okay, Dave. Bye.
Yes, ma'am. Bye.
He's so great. I love him. Okay, send. Yeah, guys, I'm so sorry. I am very tired. It's been a long day. We had somebody come in and it was a long conversation, but a very enriching one. We, talked about a lot of stuff. Let me see what you guys are saying. Okay, I can't really. I'm not going to go through all the questions, but he was 3.5 months inside. I had to. It's kind of a long story, but kind of sum it up. Me and Justin, we were having a baby. We were actually kind of excited. Can we put that fan on? I'm like roasting. Okay. I'm like sweating. We were actually pretty excited, but he had done. I think it was either a double shift or a triple shift that day. I was supposed to go in for. Is it ultrasound? Mm-hmm. Ultrasound. And the nurse got like this weird look on her face. And she said, "I'll be right back." And I'm like, okay. Just really odd. I'm going to move this over here so I can talk to Ivani too. Push this back. Ugh. All right. Let me do this, guys. Hold on. There. Okay. So, she goes and gets the doctor, and he obviously has no emotion whatsoever. Like, he just was like to the point, like, we got to take you over to the hospital. I'm like, okay, like what's happening? And he basically was just like, well, you have one fetus that's dead in the uterus and the other one's in the tube about to erupt, and if we don't get it out, you're going to die. I'm like,
What's happening?
What? I was like, I just heard the heartbeat. What are you talking about? And he goes, yeah, that one's still alive, but the other one we have to get out. So I was in the hospital. I was ready to leave. I didn't feel right about any of it. And, sorry, it's like off-centered. So I was threatening to leave, and the nurse like went and got security, and she was like, we can't. They basically said that by leaving the hospital, it was looked upon as attempted suicide.
Right.
And that I would die if I would leave the hospital. So they kept me there, and I remember laying on the gurney. I was about to go into surgery, and I was just just take me now, because I don't think I'm gonna survive this. Just take me now, because like just having a baby, just kind of just like to have a baby alive and then rip it out. I just was not having it. I was not having it. So I'm laying there, and there's a song they had like the radio. I mean, I've never known a hospital to be playing songs.
I haven't either.
In the prep room. So I'm laying there, I'm listening to the music, and this song comes on, and I'm just losing it. And it was about "I Will See You Again." It's some song about coming home. I'm going home. I'll see you again. Something like that. It was like something song like that, and I knew it was him. Like I knew it was him. I get the surgery done. The doctor comes in, and he says, "Well, it wasn't a fetus. It was a mass. We're having tests run on it." Basically, long story short, if Leo hadn't come and was in my tube, I wouldn't have known about the mass in my uterus. So his sole contract was to come, make me aware of it, and then leave. And he is around a lot. Justin and Eden they see him the most. They experience him the most. I think just because I know he's good. I don't need to be reminded of it. But yeah, he's around Justin and Eden a lot. He messes with Justin a lot.
He loves messing with Justin.
Yeah. And when he wants Eden's attention, he leaves the rabbit cage open, because the rabbit we have, I named him after Leo, which is our son's name, and Leo leaves the cage door open to Leo's cage. He's such a little stinker. Oh, thank you, Donna. Thank you. Thank you, guys. You guys have been great. I just want to tell you guys, like, you guys are so amazing. I feel like I smeared my makeup. Did I smear my makeup?
No, you did not.
I just like
No.
ditching my eye. But I just want to tell you guys, Lynn Dill said her boys came around a lot too. Yeah, it makes you very happy.
Yeah, it does.
I really, really feel for those that can't experience their loved ones and are having a hard time like experiencing that. No, Deborah, they thought it was twins. The mass in my uterus was a type of cancer. Yeah, Jackie, but I asked for all of this stuff. The reason I've been through a lot is because I asked for it. Every single thing I go through, and I sit there and I'm just like, ugh. Why did I ask for this again?
Why?
And it keeps happening. I'm like, oh, just stop.
Remind me of this again.
And when it keeps repeating, I'm like, yeah, I'm not learning. I know. Shut up. I know. I'm not learning. just like with negativity, I get frustrated. Instead of just learning from it, I'm just like, oh.
Not again.
This again. Here we go again.
We're getting better.
Yeah, we're getting better. Lauren, exactly. Anyone that's in the path of the hurricane, let's have prayers sent out. Yeah, you guys are really, really great. Okay, sorry, we're just getting a lot of friend requests and requests. Tonight's kind of blowing up a little bit. Yeah, Candace, and the reason we ask for so much stuff to happen within our lives is because we don't want to waste our time here. Why come to Earth at all if you're just going to waste your time and dilly-dally and have the best stuff, have the best life? And usually if you do have that kind of life, it's because you are paying homage in some way to somebody that you weren't very nice to before. This usually happens, and then all of a sudden your good life is just ripped from you, like you pass away. And the reason why is because it's a karmatic understanding that, you know, if you had hurt somebody's life, then you're gonna understand it in this life, and when you go back to life review, you understand that struggle. Candace, every struggle you have here is to bring you to a higher elevation of understanding purpose. Yes, very, very much. Oh, thank you, Lindills. I appreciate that, honey. Yeah, and we started figuring out something really neat. I'm going to be, you know, doing readings for 2 weeks and then taking a week off. I don't know what came over me about 2 nights ago. I was in bed probably about 3 in the morning, and I just felt this spurt because Maria's been getting on me about writing my books. Like, it's just been nonstop. And I'm like, Maria, when am I gonna find time? I got clients, I have the shop, I have to get crystals, I have to help Eden. Like, I don't have time for this. I don't have time.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, 2 days before that, I had Marcella inbox me some of the artwork for the cards, the oracle cards that we're going to be distributing or, you know, having published. And I'm like, wow. And I don't know if that's what kind of inspired me. Something came over me about 2 nights ago, and I started writing again. And now I'm just like thirsty, like, oh, what can I say next? Like, I'm in this creative mode, and once I get into it, I don't really want to do readings too much. I want to just try to get it out before it leaves again, and then I'm stuck again. But I am excited about this. The Therapeutic Times magazine, like, when they came in today, I was in the middle of a reading, and I'm gonna get with her tomorrow, and I'd like to send her something for
I know,
you know,
we should.
understanding.
Yes, 'cause she was
Angela,
very good about it.
yeah, we're gonna send her out something. But you know, here's what I was gonna say to you guys. This magazine that I'm gonna be writing for, what I wanted to do was, what is something you guys would want me to do my first article on? Like, think of some interesting things, and mostly what they write about and what the book is about is just like there's recipes in here. Let's see.
I think the first thing you should write about is the crystals.
The crystals, but you know what I
Yes.
wanted to do was do crystals and plants,
Right.
and maybe crystals and herbs.
How you can incorporate them together, which is Yes.
mainly what I do. And they've never had that, and I asked her about that. I said, you know, what do you think about me doing both? And she said that would be a great article. But I was like, well, you know what, let me see what everybody else says.
Right.
But mainly Times it's mainly planting, like, here's one of the titles: Planting by the Moon, Crystals in Deep Meditation, Breathing Winter Blues Holistically, or Beating the Winter Blues Holistically. It's just a holistic book. And I'm thinking maybe the knowledge I have on crystals and how they can work for you would be great for articles that I can do for them. Yeah. That's a good one, Tina. God healing herbs in the Bible. These are very good ideas, guys. These are awesome. But yeah, I wanted to tell you guys, like, everything you guys have been doing, I honestly, guys, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys, okay? Just all the support you guys give us, it's moving. It really is. And everybody's been great. You know, since we did the last live feed about, you know, just the negative responses we've been getting, because I've had to, like, move my schedule around because of things with my gallbladder coming up. But lately we've been just having remarkable responses, just people just being very supportive
And understanding what's going on.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, I don't get any tests until December, so it's kind of like, I'm winging it till then. And just, we love having fun. I don't want the live feeds to always be serious, so I had Justin come in, and he was answering questions, and That's not really how he is. He's just a really big goofball. And I'm glad that everybody just had a fun time with it. He is hysterical. He cracks me. There's not a day in this house that is boring. He is hysterical.
He is.
Like,
he's so witty.
It's like a comedy act all the time in the house. He cracks me up. I really do. I adore you guys so much. And Patty, the 7 chakras and how to keep them open. Patty, your chakras aren't closed. However, you can retune them to kind of maybe speed them up a little bit or slow them down a little bit. Like if you're excessively doing something, they're over the top speed. If you're under doing something, then they're slowed down. But your chakras are never closed. But yeah, he's very witty. That one question though gets me because it's my show and he knows like how smart I am with this stuff. And I said an answer to him and he's like, no. Like, oh,
no.
Really no. Okay. Whose show is this?
He told you, didn't he?
I know.
He shows you who's boss.
I love him. I can't take it. I love him. But you guys, I love that you guys love the live feeds. What I would love to do is hear your guys' feedback. You know, is there something you guys would want us to talk about more? Is there something that, you know, you would want to see more of? Or, you know, whatever ideas you guys have. And please understand that any questions you guys have here, I'm reviewing it. Kelly's reviewing it. The questions that you guys, if we don't go over these questions here, I'm going to start trying to kind of taking these questions and moving them to next week because there's hundreds of them. But I'm loving the questions. And I know I didn't get to all of them and there's not enough time to, but I love the questions. Okay. I went to a holistic event on Sunday and they were there with the magazine. That's so weird. She said, is that coincidence or what? That's weird. They are really great people. I really enjoyed talking to them today. But Kelly has been amazing since we've hired her on. Guys, she's nothing but love. You know, you have to also bear with her. She has children too. And some of us are kind of trying to keep to a schedule. You know, we're not gonna like answering at 3 a.m. anymore. Like I need sleep, my team needs sleep. For 5 years straight, and I'm still fighting that schedule because I've done it actually this past last week into the last night, where I was up till 5 a.m. answering questions out of my own time. I'm not getting paid for it. I'm just answering questions till 5 in the morning. And then I would go to sleep at like 5 or 6 in the morning, wake back up at 9, get ready, go to the shop, do it all again. And I was even doing readings in the evening too. And I stopped doing the readings because Justin was just kind of, you know, I don't see you, you're always on the computer. So I stopped doing that. And now I'm noticing that, you know, I'm reading so much during the day, I'm getting tired and I need to sleep. I have to sleep.
You have to sleep.
And when we have an event where, you know, I'm sleeping or my team is sleeping and somebody is like up freaking out about something and I'm not answering, that you can't just go on the Facebook page and bash the crap out of me because I'm not answering.
Well,
you.
they have to ask the question
like
too.
they have to understand, yeah. And that's that's the problem that we were seeing. But guys, if you guys are seeing numbers, you just go on Google. We were gonna put it on the website. It's so tedious. It would take me literally probably months to get it up on the website, like every single number, and just sit with Maria and get the answers. I started doing it and then I noticed how tedious it was. But here's what I'm going to tell you guys to do. It's free. You know, just search it. I usually use sunsigns.com if I don't use Maria. If I'm in a hurry and I need to look up a number. Okay. So what you do is let's say, for example, I don't know why they call angelic numbers. They're not angelic numbers. Your spirit guides are the ones giving you the messages through the numbers. But this is how you're gonna have to look it up on Google, is you just kind of do like angelic number 111, okay? And then you go to sun signs. Sun signs is pretty awesome. And then just look up that number. What I'm finding with these other sites is that they're repeating the same message for almost every number, and I'm like, I just read that, the other number. That can't be right at all. Sun Sign seems to be getting it. Like whoever's doing that website is really tapping into their guides. Like they're getting it. But here's the other thing I thought was kind of funny. The guy that came in for the magazine, he was like, who's doing like your media stuff? Like, I've been doing this for he's like, I've been doing this for 35 years. Whoever's doing your media stuff. And then she was like, I don't see him get like excited about this stuff. And this is, he doesn't usually get excited like this about stuff. And he's like, whoever's doing like your media ties, like they're one. I go, oh, that's me. But yeah, he goes, yeah, I put in, metaphysical, medium, blah, blah. You popped right up. And there's all this stuff about you. Like, it was hysterical. He was cracking me up. But, yeah. Beverly says, Skylar, I used to like angel scribes, but I don't really like it. It's like they're repeating themselves. I don't really like that one. Beverly says, I love that you ask for us to be interactive and you listen to what we want to hear about. Absolutely, Beverly, because you're the ones, absorbing the learning, absorbing everything. So if there's something you guys want to see more of, if there's something you want to talk about more of, maybe you want to go off topic and talk about, I don't know, what's a good thing to talk about?
I don't know.
Maybe we could do like recipes or something, like holistic recipes.
That would be a good idea.
Like actually watch us make something. We could do that. Okay. Kimberly, you can read it now, honey. You can read my the missing pages of the Bible from my book from Mary. Let me see if I can. What I did last time was I kind of went the book of Mary Magdalene. Gospel of Mary Magdalene. Okay, so I went to the Gospel of Mary Magdalene. It's called goodreads.com. And no, that's not it. Sorry, that's not it. Book of Mary Magdalene. Okay, so what I was going to want to do with you guys eventually is go through that gospel or that book of the missing pieces. So let's see where it says pages 11 and 14 are missing from the manuscript. I wanted to kind of ask Maria to help me remember what I've written.
Right.
And give you guys the rest of those manuscript books that were missing, or the verses that are missing. But it seems like they only have chapter 4 to chapter, let's see,
They don't have
4,
them all in there.
5, 6, and 7 are missing, 8, 9, and that's it. And there's a lot of chapters, actually. The Savior said, there is no sin, but it is you who make sin when you do the things that are like of nature, that are like the nature of adultery, which is called sin. Okay, so basically right here, okay, me explaining what Jesus, I don't know, my nose is so itchy. I'm very tired, Mona. I'm very tired. It's been a long, long day. Thank you, Lynn. Jody, that's awesome, honey. Okay, so right here, when Jesus says, and this is, I'm reading right from my book, Mary Magdalene, okay? And it's verse 26 of chapter 4. The Savior said there is no sin. Okay, I just read that. Basically, what he's explaining is sin is something you are doing wrong. Not so much wrong, but okay, if you commit adultery, you're hurting someone, you're causing them pain, you're taking something from them. And you don't want to do something like that. That's very hurtful, okay? And like me and Justin, we talk about it all the time, how cheating is just, it's horrible. It's horrible to do to somebody, and we would never do anything like that. If you're not happy with someone, leave them. You know, give them a reason why you're leaving. Don't just say, you know, just don't up and leave. But what he's explaining is sin is hurt. You're putting hurt on someone. Okay, that's what sin is. And this is a karmatic kind of sin, because if you do it to somebody, eventually you're gonna, down the road, gonna have it done to you, so that you can understand the feelings behind it. And he uses adultery as an example because he doesn't want people taking the easy way out. And Justin just said that tonight. He's like, stop taking the easy way out. Things are hard. Because if they're not hard, then you're not learning. And he's totally right. I swear he does listen to me. But he puts his own twist on it. Little bastard.
It's definitely his own little twist. I like it.
Oh my God, I know, Jody, I don't know. Like somebody, I don't know. What does it mean when your nose itches? Isn't it like somebody's
Supposed to
talking
get
about
money.
you?
Or somebody's talking about you.
No, wait.
I've heard a couple different versions.
Oh, Jody says, I have her itchy. Oh, I have her itching her forehead. Okay. What's the next thing here that he says here? Okay. Tara says the reason I'm itching my nose is you're going to kiss a fool or get in a fight. Wait, does that mean Justin? Do I kiss a fool?
Yes.
Just kidding. He's just my little ham bone. I love him. Oh, it means it's going to rain. It's been raining.
I told you, there's so many different versions of why that. You know what I mean?
In Greece, it means you will get a spanking. Ooh, I hope so.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't take that as how you were putting it.
No, really.
I should tell Justin that. It's funny. Okay, here on chapter 5, verse 5, when Mary said this, okay, chapter 5, verse 1, but they were grieved, they wept greatly, saying, how shall we go to the Gentiles and preach the gospel of the kingdom of the Son of Man? If they did not spare him, how will they spare us? Then Mary stood up, greeted them all, and said to her brethren, do not weep and do not grieve, nor be irresolute. That's not even a word I would have used. For his grace will be entirely with you and will protect you. And I was just going to say that. Stop being afraid and just do it. This is why I was always on the same page as Jesus all the time. Just stop being afraid. And all the other apostles were, always fighting against what he was teaching half the time. But rather let us praise his greatness, for he has prepared us and made us into men. When Mary said this, she turned their hearts to the good, and they began to discuss the words of the Savior. Peter said to Mary, Sister, we know that the Savior loved you more than the rest of women. Tell us the words of the Savior which you remember, which you know, but we do not, nor have we heard them. Mary answered and said, what is hidden from you, I will proclaim to you. And again, I'm doing it again. Like that that phrase hits me so hard because that's what I'm trying to do again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are.
That's crazy.
So we're living it again.
Lynn, that might be my grandmother. She said she can see an older woman behind me sitting there very proudly. Wait, where is that you?
Me.
Maybe it's you. I thought maybe you peeked in and she was seeing
No, I
you.
didn't peek.
Jody asks, if you all of a sudden get sleepy, could that be someone pulling you astral into their dream? Let me ask Maria. She said either that or your body needs sleep, very much. Like it's the body's asking to sleep, and the soul can then astral and go wherever it wants. We just had somebody come in today and said, "Does Christina? Wait, how'd she put it? Does Christina go into my dreams?" Or wait, how did she put that?
Oh, she wanted to know if you visit them in your dreams.
Okay, I get this all the time. Yes, I visit people all the time in their dreams. And you can actually ask for me specifically to come to you. That's so funny, it cracks me up. I think it is your grandmother telling you to get off this and go to bed. She would say that.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, she would say that. She would totally say that. That's so funny. She would be like, Christina, go to bed.
Go to bed, rest.
Go to bed. Mona, how many times has it happened though? Virgin, honey, yes, they don't leave you. Your loved ones do not leave you, honey. Lori, same thing. Your loved ones do not leave you. Look, guys, real quick. I feel like a hair's stuck. We gotta get these nails off. I can't stand them.
Mine are off.
Oh, I gotta get them off. I can't take it. My nose ring's moving around. Heaven and earth are blending. Heaven's not up, heaven's not down. We're blending. And if you guys want to know what your loved one went through, Melissa, Virgin and Lori, if you want to know what your loved one went through or is going through, Virgin, just real quick, Maria's telling me to kind of mention this to you. The memories that you're getting of your aunt, like that are just suddenly surfacing that you hadn't thought of in a very long time, is because part of your soul is in heaven doing the life review with your aunt, and you're getting the download of those memories. So, for example, because our souls are kind of like an atom, and it breaks up into particles and it goes everywhere. Our energy can go everywhere, okay? Your aunt can be with you, with your mom, with your sister, with your brother, all at one time. Energy goes where it's being asked or where it's being followed, okay? So this is your aunt, and Lori, this is your sister, and Virgin, this is your aunt, this is you. Your loved one is going through the life review. The life review is them feeling everything that happened to them here on earth. They feel everything everyone else felt as well as what they felt, okay? And the reason for this is not God judging you, but you judging yourself. If somebody's sitting on a big pedestal and on a bench and whatever and going, you did this, this, and this, you're not gonna learn. God knew that if you went through the life review, you'd actually learn something.
What's the matter?
crap.
What?
I think I have her aunt here. Virgin, was your aunt sick, honey? Let's see. I don't know where she went. Tracy Moore, you would have to have the gift to communicate like I communicate. No one has the same gift, okay? I mean, so what? I'm a medium. Who cares? It's what I do with my gifts that makes me different. If you have the gift, it makes it easier. But you can talk to your loved ones. Let's say, for example, you have a question for them. The second you ask it, you wait for the answer. Oh, jeez. You wait for the answer to come back. The very first answer that comes into your mind is them answering you, okay? I don't know if she's still on. Oh. Okay, Tracy. Like I said before,
Her name's Jean.
Jean, I was actually talking to Virgin. Her name is Virgin. Her aunt just passed today, honey. That one right there. Kelly, is there a way to get a hold of Virgin LaBoy and see if we can get her back on? How do I feel about Spirit Box? Spirit can use any kind of electrical energy to get their point across. You get straight static for the longest time, and then all of a sudden you start getting all these words that are forming a sentence. Yes, I do believe that they can use these things to get their point across, get their message across to you. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Kelly. Let's see what she comes back with.
She must went off.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, Maria, once they start forming words and sentences, then you have somebody. You just, before you start doing Spirit Box, things like that, you want to ask for protection before you do it. Call in Michael. He protects dark. But okay, wait, hold on. Everybody's asking questions. And Tina, they can do that. They have the power to do that. Lori, she can give you a message if you want to get scheduled in, honey, with me. And if you don't know how I read or how to experience a reading, I actually do live ones where they're not edited. It's live on Facebook, beginning to end. And oh my God, my nose. It's okay, Virgin, you're fine. But Lori, you can watch actually how I do a reading and what to expect within that reading. But Virgin, I have a question for you. Did your aunt, was she sick? Tina, it's just a way of them to, get your attention. Do not disturb can be anything in your life. It could be, maybe you're not paying enough attention to something in your life. Okay, Virgin, she was very sick. Okay. When she says it hit her hard and fast, do you know what I mean by that? And I keep getting this breaking down slowly, but it hit hard and fast. It hit her system hard and fast. Deborah, absolutely, honey, they can. Absolutely. Yes. I mean, my son was 3.5 months inside me, and he's here all the time, doing stuff all the time. Okay, Mona, I would have to actually do kind of like a session with you to figure out what was actually going on. I wouldn't be able to do it on here, honey. It'd be like an hour with your guides to try to figure out what's kind of going on. Okay. Was anyone aware that she was sick? Because I got the feeling of it hit me hard and fast. And this breaking down slowly, kind of like it had a beginning and it was breaking her down slowly, and then it hit her hard and fast. Do you see? So was anyone aware that maybe she was sick at the time? Or maybe she wasn't feeling right? Like something was off, maybe? Be Victor messing with me.
Usually is.
He does this when I constantly want to use Maria, and he wants me to pay attention to him. Look how red my nose is. I feel like Rudolph.
You even sound like you have a cold in it.
Yes, her daughters knew. Wait, her daughters knew and was taken care of. She was back and forth to hospital. Okay, Virgin. Okay. I do have her. She was actually behind me, and then she shifted to over there. She's fine, honey. She's fine now. Okay, just don't worry. She's with you. The old memories you're getting, it's actually her doing the life review. So when you get this sudden memory, just sit back and go, all right, what did we learn? Okay. Becky, you just want to call the shop. It's 814. Here, you know what? I'll just put it up. Hold on, guys. I will put it on my wall. Yes, you do, Lisa. You have guides. Oh, thank you, Kelly, so much. I thought you were still out. Kelly just posted the phone number. If you just call that number, you can get scheduled in. Virgin, I'm so sorry to hear that, honey. And Lori, I'm hoping Lori's still on. Lori, was your sister, was she like hysterically funny, like cracking jokes? There's no time, Lauren, so it could be a couple minutes to a couple hours. It just depends on that life and how many times they want to review something. I know ones that are put into a room, they review it, they are put into a room to think about it, brought back, review something else. Lori, yeah, she's like cracking me up. She really is. She's very funny, very, very funny. She still has that witty banter she's got going still. But Lori, yeah, she's doing fine, honey. Just keep talking to her. Keep doing, just keep talking to her here. She can hear everything that you're talking about, okay? She feels everything that you're feeling. So if you're feeling like you miss her, she's gonna feel that, and she'll reach out. You just have to be aware. You have to be aware of what's going on, okay? Lisa, remind me what the question was again. Sorry, honey. What are you looking at?
Just looking.
At my crooked. When are we getting to that?
Yeah, tell me, when are we getting to that?
God, I feel like it's been a year,
It's been.
and I gotta get curtains. Like, oh, it's nuts.
Honestly, my own shares.
Oh my God, I know. I know, Terry. He's making my nose look like Rudolph. Oh, no, Lisa, you have different guides. Everyone has guides. Every one of you has guides, has angels. Just remember, your angels protect and intervene. Your loved ones simply support, and your guides guide. The small voice in your head that sounds like you is not you. That's your guides. They use your voice to get their message across. Megan, yes and no. Sometimes you can block your loved one. There's different ways you can block a loved one. If you're just overly persistent, I want to see you, I want to see you. And your loved ones never miss you talking to them. Everything that comes here, they're hearing. Trust me, they are hearing it. But yeah, my nose ring. It looks like I'm picking my nose, but it's like...
It's how you gotta twist it around.
Tiffany, you would actually have to call the shop and ask. I don't think it's... We're starting to get in, and we're just going to start calling people now on the waiting list to get them in, because we're going to be taking my schedule slow, okay? I'm doing this week, and I think... Is it this week and next week, or next week's off?
We haven't really decided yet.
Okay. I think this week, and then next week I'll have off to work on my book. After that week, we'll start back up on readings again for the next 2 weeks. What I'm doing is 2 weeks on, 1 week off. 2 weeks on, 1 week off. Because I need time to work on my book and get the oracle cards out to you guys. And it takes time to do that. And if I'm doing readings, I'm going to be too tired during the day to even try to do this, both of this. Well, hello from Belgium. Welcome, welcome. Josephine, it's just right now is a time for a lot of souls to leave. They're getting ready to. They don't want to be here for the switch over. So they're getting ready to leave. Mona, yes, it's a very nice schedule. Christina Love, if you're having struggles and you feel your dad around, they don't intervene. They can't intervene and they can't guide you, but what they can do is support you while you're doing it. Anyone that has passed and crossed over cannot intervene on a soul contract playing out in this life, okay? However, they can support you while you're going through it. Michelle, you're singing my language, you're talking my story. When I came out, honestly, it was like I come out gay. When I came out as a medium, it was like I lost a lot of family, a lot of friends, but I know this is the best path for me, and I know I can't let other people's judgments or thoughts hold me back, and they shouldn't. If they love you, they'll support you. If they don't, that they're not meant to be in your life right now. Remember, there's blood family that brought you in, and then there's your spiritual family that will take you to the next level. When is the switchover? I can't give times, guys. I'm not allowed giving time frames, okay? Just know that we're in the middle stages of it, okay? Nancy, a lot of that is usually energy. Honestly, I get it a male around you that's doing it. It's a male energy that kind of is showing that they're around and doing this repetitive movement on your head with energy, and it just becomes itchy. Like right now, my nose is all red because Victor, my guide, is just itching the crap out of it. Thank you, Jean. I think you're wonderful. Oh, Denise. Kathy, the switchover is when the veil thins out, and we get pushed into the new, let's just call it a new realm, okay? Where all the old stuff here is going to be held back, okay? again, Tina, it's the same thing I've been talking about, the switchover, where right now they're seeing if humans can handle the switchover. A lot of you guys are not ready for it. The ones that are on here, I feel you're wanting to learn how to accept it and get ready for it, or you wouldn't be here on my live feed at all, okay? And my whole point is to get you guys ready for it. Bridget, that's going to be your guides kind of trying to give you information, and when it's about healing or healing your life, your head's going to get hot because this is where they communicate. Well, everything comes in through the crown, everything's absorbed through the third eye. I did talk about 9/11, Mona. You'll have to go back and watch it. Good. Anybody that says I can handle it, damn it, I'm proud of you. I know, I am too, Stacy. I'm ready. Shauna, it can if that soul is not ready. You're gonna see a lot of kicking up of, addiction and just people just stomp like little toddlers stomping their feet and not wanting to be ready. The switchover is basically, it's just a slip from here to the next realm. Like there's going to be a lot of people just suddenly disappearing, and the ones left behind are going to just be here, and it's not going to be pretty. And when they're ready, they'll slip over next. Okay. Don't switch without me. Melissa Reeve said, "Don't switch without me." Oh my God. I just can't take it. The hippie tribe is ready, Mona. Right. Michelle, I'm sorry. Okay, yes, Leanne, that would be your guides, honey, yeah. Oh my God, Melissa said, meet you all at the popcorn stand. Julia Brown, that could be a hormonal thing. That could be maybe something you're going through. Guides don't usually give you hot flashes. That's going to be something else. Tina, metaphorically, yes. He's getting ready. Oh my God, Mona just said I love popcorn. No, Tawny Moore, I'm talking about the switch from this realm to the realm that's being prepared for us. The vibration that you're feeling is the vibration that's hitting Earth. I feel it all the time too. I'll be in bed and I'll feel it. I'll be sitting and feeling it. And a lot of nausea comes with that too. If you're vibrating too much and feeling the vibration of what's happening on Earth, you're going to start getting nauseated from it. There's ways of calming that down. Oh, okay, Candace. Okay, I got you. Simon, it's going to be a lot of just peace and a lot of love. I mean, just think of the 60s with the hippies. It's just going to be community coming together, and everyone's going to be at that ascension, that heightened awareness that is talking about the, how do you, she said it, but I can't, I have a hard time saying, Aurora Borealis.
Aurora Borealis.
Aurora Borealis. She kept saying, look for the lights. Look for the lights. And I know what she means because when alien shows up, it's time to go. Oh my goodness. He will not stop. Like, it's like,
Why?
look at my nose.
I
It's
know.
like, it's like I keep talking to Maria and he feels left out.
Well, let him in.
He's like a little kid. No, Julie, it's not gonna be anything like this. You're not gonna be able to take your house or anything like that. I think her last name's Capri. Capri? I'm just gonna use your last name. I'm gonna butcher your first name, so we're not even gonna go there. That's a spirit walking through you, okay? When you get the chill up your body, that's a spirit walking through you. Oh my gosh, there's so many questions. Simon, you've got it exactly. Some can choose to keep their body, or some will choose to stay in the energy base. It's really up to that soul. My goodness. So, what did you think of tonight?
I liked it. I mean,
It seemed calmer.
it was very much calmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It went really fast. Like,
It did go
I kept
fast.
looking, I'm like,
Yeah, it did. A lot of good questions.
I'm excited to write this. I might even actually write it out tonight.
Why not?
Yeah.
If you're,
I kind of want to look at some of the other, because I just want to get a feel of what everybody's kind of, I want to do my own thing though.
well, you can read through
And I
it
told her
see
that, and
what-
she said, well, just send it to me, and we'll take it from there.
Get
They
your
sh-
energy.
They really
flowing.
should make it more spiritual instead of just food. It seems to be a lot of food-based stuff.
Maybe that's where you can come in and add your own little
Yeah.
technique to it and maybe get it going that way.
Because I was
Or
talking
have
to
a
him
session.
about past lives. You know, what if I talked about past lives in the first thing? And I don't know what he said. He kind of was like, oh, that sounds interesting.
As I said, I think they'd be willing more to
Well,
add
she would-
something different to it.
She was telling me about the one lady that they had right, and she said she was real weary about the first couple of them, and then they took off. So
Right.
they just kept going with it. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Started that way.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it needs to be.
Tawny,
about.
yeah, I'm working on my book, but I got, I had the editors of Fine's magazine come in and ask me to write for the book, and or we discussed me writing the book, writing articles in the book. So that's what we're talking about. Carissa, it really honestly just hits, but I mean, I think what happens is, when you have writer's block, like I was going through, for a long time, I think it's kind of is not the right time for the ideas to come out. It's almost like divine timing. And, you can try things like the crystal candles, the candles that are infused with Reiki. Like we have creativity candles. Or we have the creativity crystal pouch, where you can take certain crystals from the pouch, put it in water and drink it, or have those crystals around you. Yeah, oh man, now he's starting on my head.
You felt
I'm
sorry for
sorry.
your nose. Now he's going to start on your
He's
head.
starting on my head now. He's killing me tonight, like literally. He's killing me. I really need to go get my hair done, Eva.
It's still shining through though. Those
I need to go see our Danny boy. Again, there is no time, Dawn. What did you guys think of tonight? Robin, that's probably my guide, Victor. What did you guys think of tonight's radio show? Is there something you guys specifically want me to talk about next week? I've been writing up to 3 books, Tawny. It's just finding the time to get them. And I got back to writing. Mona, I come to Pittsburgh actually often. And I come see Dan and Steve a lot. Should I read an expert?
What do you mean?
A part of my book. I know I don't have a whole lot going on.
Yes, I think you should.
Okay. All right, so I changed the title again. I don't know if I'm going to keep it, but it's called A Beginning with No End. Does that sound stupid?
No, I like that.
She likes it.
I like it.
Okay, so I'll read. Okay, I'll read.
What?
Okay, I'll read. Let's see. I'll just read out of my book. Okay, so thank you. Okay, so many stories flutter within my heart that I find the starting point difficult to place upon this paper. Perhaps we shall not start with the beginning, but somewhere in the middle. Why do life stories always have to start at the beginning? What if the beginning of someone's life actually and truly begins somewhere down the middle, or even towards the end? I was never one to go along with the rules anyway. I like to think of myself more than just a free spirit with a case of wibble wobble, but rather a soul with mysterious insight to the unknown. When a life begins here, it never genuinely blossoms until the soul finds itself in a place of final surrender, no control, no hold back. Just simple embrace of all energies all at once. My life here, however, had no true beginning, unfortunately, unlike most, but comparatively meshed with the lives before this one. Like the various channels of the sea, each life I experienced were somewhat different, but all came together in fluent waves of flowing harmony, which brought me to this life, to that which I now lead. What do you guys think? Tina, thank you. That's what I'm trying. So, that is 2 paragraphs in my book so far. So hopefully you guys will enjoy the rest of the book. So it's getting there. Thank you guys. Yeah, I renamed it. A Beginning with No End. And I looked that title up and there's no books with that title, so all
You're
mine.
good to go. It's all your
Thank you
title.
guys. So that is the first part of my book. I'm excited. On that note, guys, I am going to go to bed. And I think Maria really wants me to kind of keep doing the live feeds. Especially on my week off, we're gonna really kind of do live feeds a little bit more often than normal. I really cannot wait to have a shopping spree. All the crystals we got in, and we're getting more in.
That's what we do. Definitely.
Thank you, Ray. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you guys so much. I can't wait to get the rest of it done so I can just get it out to you guys. But yeah, we're gonna have a shopping spree. We're gonna kind of hang out at the shop with the live feed going, and you guys can ask questions, and it'll be fun. It'll be great. But yeah, that's it, guys. I'm just really tired tonight and just really need to get some rest because I do have readings tomorrow. So you guys have been great. I will look through your questions, guys. Don't think that I won't, okay? It'll be fine, okay? You guys are amazing. I love you guys. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't second guess yourself. If somebody doesn't like something you're doing, that's on them, not you. Just keep going with it, okay? You have this. Be empowered. Don't let anybody bring you down. Keep rising above, okay? You guys got this. All right. I love you guys. And watch it. If you missed before, watch Justin. It was hysterical. To get him on live feed was like, what?
He's coming around.
He's coming around.
Yes, he is.
All right. I love you guys. Bye.